When the charm fades and the anger kicks in, things get awkward fast. Celebrities storming off or smashing cameras is not what the PR team had in mind. Here are the moments when celebrities lost their cool and control seen by millions, when Tarantino got fed up on live TV. The interviewer brought up movie violence and Tarantino was not having it.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
He pushed back hard, refusing to answer the question and raising his tone.
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune.
I'm
not among...
Tarantino made it clear he was not there for a debate.
This is a commercial for the movie, make no mistake. And you know where I stand on it.
The more the interviewer pressed, the more frustrated Tarantino became.
It's none of your damn business what I think about that.
It ended with him calling out the interview as a ratings move.
For you and your show, and your rating. It is about you want me to say it for you, for your show.
Kanye West gets in heated exchange with Sway Calloway. Kanye sat down for an interview on Shade 45 with Sway Calloway. Kanye became frustrated while discussing his struggles to break into fashion. He began to raise his voice, passionately comparing himself to famous creators and icons. Sway tried to challenge him gently, but that only made Kanye angrier.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Sway offered a suggestion, but Kanye snapped. He shouted over him, refusing to hear advice.
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back.
Tension kept building as Kanye repeated that Sway did not understand.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers.
Even when Sway opened up about his own failures, Kanye dismissed them and kept dominating the conversation.
I'm asking you for the answer. It's a question. You ain't got to turn up, man. This ain't no fucking show, man.
No.
Nicki Minaj calls out the double standard. She spoke with fire in her voice while applying makeup. Her tone turned sharp as she compared how men act and how women are judged for the same behavior.
Wayne walks on a set and say, "Don't talk to me, have my music ready."
Then, she mocked the reaction people have when she stands up for herself. The room felt heavy as she mimicked their dramatic outrage.
"We've heard about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj shut down a photo shoot. Oh my God, no one wants to work with Nicki Minaj."
She pointed straight ahead and demanded quality, not just for herself, but because of the effort she puts in.
"Now, when I come to a photo shoot, let it be of quality."
She made it clear she would not settle for low standards anymore.
Ice pickles on board. You want to know what? No, I am gonna leave.
Her tone softened only slightly as she questioned why wanting respect feels wrong.
Wanting more for myself, wanting people to treat me with respect?
Mike Tyson loses control at press conference. Tension was already high when Mike Tyson turned towards someone in the crowd. What followed was not about boxing. He launched into a furious verbal attack that caught everyone off guard.
Put your mother in the straight jacket, you punk-ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy.
The insults quickly escalated. He did not just raise his voice. He crossed boundaries with disturbing threats that made the room feel uneasy.
You faggot. You can't touch me. You're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch.
Tyson showed no sign of stopping. His words became more aggressive, laced with personal and shocking statements that clearly disturbed those nearby.
You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You're scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me.
As the attack continued, the atmosphere turned heavier. Even his own team seemed unsure how to respond, while Tyson shouted one final shocking threat.
I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
When interview chairs turn into hot seats, it went from awkward to fiery in seconds. Andrew Dice Clay was not ready for a soft talk about his past. What should have been a simple interview turned into a full-blown meltdown. Clay looked confused and offended. The question about him running a gym triggered disbelief and anger.
Jim, weren't you running a gym at some point? You're supposed to be a news guy. Where you getting your fucking information? That's our research.
He shouted back, insulted the channel, and dismissed everything with loud frustration.
Ridiculous. I come on CNN, and the guy don't even know what he's talking.
His tone turned harsh. He mocked the question and lost all patience.
Something. Jesus fucking Christ with these guys.
Clay cursed at the host and stormed off, leaving shock behind.
Hold back.
Fuck yourself. You know what?
All right.
Fuck the whole fucking network.
We'll go back to
Naomi Campbell took over the room. Naomi Campbell did not just defend her choice, she turned the entire debate into a personal war. What began as a discussion turned into a fiery clash with Nicole Trunfio that stunned the whole room. Naomi sat stiff, her hands near her temples. She looked tense, as if ready for a storm. Nicole calmly tried to speak up.
Naomi, I have to say, though...
Nicole disagreed with the elimination decision of Naomi, but Naomi cut her off sharply, defending her authority and making it very personal.
This was my elimination room, and I chose in what's out there. I'm an editor of a magazine.
Nicole stayed polite, but Naomi grew louder, throwing down harsh truths about modeling agencies and poor professionalism.
You know that IMG in America are not going to hire Anushka.
Nicole tried to explain a practical issue with a dress. Naomi was having none of it.
You do not lift up your dress coming down.
I never told her to lift up her dress.
Then came the explosion. Naomi pointed, shouted, and repeated herself over and over. She told Nicole to never compare herself.
Don't
shorten your
compare
dress. They would
yourself
never,
to me.
They would
ever.
never make you walk in.
Naomi yelled that Nicole was not on her level and never would be. Nicole was stunned but kept calm.
When I worked for Gianni Versace, I never touched my dress. Show me a picture.
Even as Nicole tried to shift focus back to the contestant, Naomi kept making it about herself.
I'm not talking about me here. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the girl.
Nicole stood up, called the talk pointless, and left with grace. Naomi stayed locked in fury.
I just wish everyone good luck. I think all of you have an amazing talent. There's a lot of potential in this room.
Tom Cruise snaps on 60 Minutes. Well known for his control and charm in interviews, Cruise showed a different side during this tense moment on 60 Minutes Australia. The interview begins with Cruise in good mood, but the first question was personal.
The love of your life?
He does not answer right away and tries to understand the reason behind the question.
What do you mean, Peter?
Cruise looked calm at first, but that changed when the questions got too much personal.
Have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other.
He leaned forward and stopped the interviewer mid-sentence, saying the line was being crossed.
Here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
The calm tone was gone. Cruise was now in control of the room. He told the interviewer to take ownership of the questions and stop hiding behind public curiosity.
Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay.
Cruise was not done. He gave a sharp warning to show some manners, and the message was loud and clear.
I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Naomi Campbell again, and this time slapped the camera. Things got uncomfortable very quickly when Naomi Campbell was asked about a diamond linked to a war crimes trial. Her mood visibly shifted as the questions kept coming, and what followed was one of the most intense moments ever caught on camera during an interview.
I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much. And I'm not here for that.
As the interviewer pushed harder, Naomi's irritation turned into anger. The mood in the room got colder with each passing second.
You a diamond, a diamond in the rough, sort of a large diamond.
But the interviewer continued, hinting Naomi did not help the prosecution. That was the tipping point.
Didn't help the prosecution sort of in this very important case.
Naomi stands up, clearly done. She throws a sharp goodbye and hits the camera with her hand as she storms off. Her exit was fast and loud. The camera shook, the interview ended, and Naomi made headlines.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
When trash talk turns into table tossing. Some people know how to push just the right button. In this case, the host was doing it on purpose. He called Jim Everett by the wrong name again and again, knowing it would hit a nerve. Everett tried to stay calm at first, but his body language said otherwise.
You know, we're sitting here right now, and if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time...
Everett gave a serious warning, saying one more insult would cross the line.
You better call one more time. We better take a station break.
The host smirked and acted like nothing would happen. He tossed back the same insult once more.
That I do. Okay. Chris?
That was it. Everett exploded. He stood up, flipped the table, and knocked the host off his chair. Chaos broke loose in seconds. It was loud, messy, and totally unexpected. The room turned into a scene you would expect from a fight, not a talk show. Scarlett Johansson was done with this question. During an Avengers press interview, Scarlett Johansson was hit with a question she'd clearly heard too many times, and this time, she was not letting it slide. The interviewer asked about what she wore under her costume. Patience of Scarlett snapped, and she pushed back immediately, visibly annoyed.
Are you able to wear undergarments?
You're like the fifth person that's asked me that.
Because
what is going on?
She challenged the relevance of question, gesturing in disbelief while Jeremy Renner looked amused beside her.
When did people start asking each other about in interviews about their underwear?
No, because it is such a skin tight.
As the interviewer scrambled to explain himself, Scarlett kept pushing, calling out the awkwardness head on.
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
The tension lingered, even as the conversation shifted.
You asked Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
What kind of interview is this?
Will Smith confronts reporter at movie premiere. The red carpet event quickly took a heated turn as a male reporter got too close for comfort. As the reporter attempted to kiss him, face of Smith turned from a smile to clear frustration.
Oh my God.
Without hesitation, Smith pushed the reporter away, his body language sharp and his expression changing to one of anger. The situation clearly escalated in an instant. Smith pointed at the reporter, confronting him directly with a demand for an explanation. The tension in his voice was unmistakable, and it seemed the reporter was caught off guard. As the reporter stumbled backward, eyes of Smith followed him, still visibly annoyed. The crowd reacted in shock, while Smith remained firm and focused on the unfolding awkwardness.
Problem, buddy. Hey, sorry, you just kissed me in my mouth.
Smith, clearly unsettled by what had just happened, started to explain the bizarre encounter to the reporters. His frustration was evident as he tried to make sense of the behavior of the reporter.
Joker, lucky I ain't sucker punching. Oh, sorry, I said that on camera.
Smith, now visibly calmer but still with a stern expression, joked that the reporter was lucky he had not reacted more strongly. His sarcastic tone contrasted with the seriousness of the situation.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I will. Hey, what's up, man?
Travis Barker and Skinhead Rob reacts against an insulting question. The interview takes a strange turn when the interviewer asks about dressing like a monkey, a question that pushes the celebrities over the edge.
Idiot. Wow, man.
Fred Durst reacts strongly to the bizarre monkey question, clearly annoyed by the odd line of questioning.
Man, don't be a dick. I'm sorry, they just kind of sprung it.
Anger of Fred rises, and he directs a harsh insult towards the interviewer, questioning the logic behind the strange inquiry.
Get the off my bus.
Fred demands the interviewer leave, with Travis supporting the decision as the tension builds. Fred stands up, signaling for the interviewer to leave immediately, still furious over the ridiculous question.
Take off. Idiot.
Fred follows the interviewer, ensuring they leave, as the uncomfortable moment continues. Travis reflects on the odd monkey question, still confused and irritated by antics of interviewer.
Do anything crazy out of the ordinary?
When Johnny Rotten went off on live TV, things took a sharp turn when John Lydon reacted badly to a question about a political leader. He suddenly cut off the host with a firm tone and stared straight into the camera.
Hey, Mrs., shut up.
He raised his voice again, looking clearly annoyed, and told her to stop speaking.
Shut up.
Without holding back, he added a harsh comment about being interrupted, saying it in a way that sounded controlling and cold.
When a man is talking, do not interrupt.
He went further, insulting the way she sounded while she sat there looking shocked.
Stop it. You sound like one of them dreadful loud birds I don't like, okay?
Even when she asked politely to speak again, he shut her down without hesitation, raising his finger like a warning.
No. You need to be quiet. Your voice is too loud for me.
She tried to ask her question again carefully, but he showed no patience and prepared to cut her off yet again.
The question I was interested to ask you about on that topic was you lived under Margaret.
He then ended with another comment about her voice, saying it was too loud, while glaring with visible frustration.
Very loud. You have to turn yourself down.
Tom Cruise got angry on Prankster. Things escalated quickly at the War of the Worlds premiere when a prankster squirted Tom Cruise with water from a fake microphone. His initial surprise turned to frustration as he realized the prank had crossed a line.
Now, why would you do that?
Cruise, visibly shocked, demands to know why the prankster would do something like this. His calm yet intense tone suggests that this situation is far from over.
Why would you do that? Come here. Why would you do that?
Cruise prevents the prankster from leaving, continuing to press for an answer. It is clear that Cruise is not willing to let this incident pass easily, and his anger grows.
What's so funny about that?
Frustration of Cruise intensifies as he interrupts the excuse of prankster, making it clear that he finds such behavior completely unacceptable. The tension rises as Cruise asserts his disapproval.
It's ridiculous. Do you like making less of people?
Bill O'Reilly set the whole studio on fire. This was not a simple mistake. It was a total meltdown. What happened turned a quiet studio into pure chaos. He seemed confused by the script, hesitated, then admitted he could not continue.
We will leave you with I can't do it.
Frustration built fast, and his body language showed growing tension.
We'll do it live. Okay.
Suddenly, he shouted and slammed the idea of doing another take.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
The shouting got louder, and he pointed while demanding it be done live.
I'll write it and we'll do it live! Thing sucks!
After the outburst, he sat back down, still fuming, but ready to try again.
5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today.
When President lost his cool on live TV, in a clash that felt more like a courtroom than an interview, Donald Trump snapped when Leslie Stahl brought receipts. His tone turned defensive as he blamed the media and claimed he had no other way to speak to people.
And frankly, if I didn't have social media, I'd have no way of getting out my voice.
Things took a sharp turn when the interviewer brought up something he allegedly said before. That did not sit well with him.
You said to me, I say that because I need to discredit you.
He snapped back, saying the media had discredited itself.
That's what you told me.
You've discredited yourself.
As she pushed forward, he cut her off, visibly angry now.
You started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions?
He said her way of speaking was completely wrong. That was the moment his patience ran out.
Are you?
That's no way to talk. It's no way to talk.
Without warning, he ended the interview, saying they had enough.
I think we have enough of an interview here, Hope. Okay, that's enough. Let's go.
He got up and walked off. The room stayed silent as he left without looking back.
Thanks.
Be careful.
Justin Bieber had enough and walked out. It was meant to be a lighthearted interview in Spain, but it turned into something awkward. Bieber had been quiet for most of it, but you could see he was not enjoying the direction it was going. The host excitedly talks about making a viral video. Bieber listens without much reaction, giving a flat, "Let us do it," but his face says he is already checked out.
Crazy be able to break the internet. Okay, yeah. Come with us, come with us.
No yelling, no drama. He took off his headphones and walked off without looking back. The hosts were caught off guard, calling after him with confused expressions.
And they are YouTubers.
Vamos aquí, come with us.
Here.
Yeah.
They tried to cover the moment, suggesting maybe he went to the bathroom, but that exit looked final. Even the anchors later seemed unsure how to explain it. Bill Burr had enough on the red carpet. Red carpet interviews are usually light and fun, but this one turned awkward fast. Bill Burr looked serious as a question came in that felt more like a trap than small talk.
You know, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
His tone turned sharp as he pushed back. He clearly thought the question was misleading.
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Things got more tense when he refused to explain further. He called out the media for chasing views instead of real stories.
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm here for Conan.
A second interviewer jumped in with another big topic. Mood of Burr did not change. He quickly shut it down.
What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence?
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on.
Then, in full sarcasm mode, he listed off random videos he watches instead of news, trying to shift the tone.
I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do.
But it ended with a cold reality. Burr said he is just a clown and not responsible for world problems. His stare and gestures said he meant every word.
You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that.
Robert Downey Jr. shuts down personal questions. This was supposed to be a movie promo, but it turned into a moment that said a lot about respect and boundaries in interviews. The interview opened casually, with Downey sitting relaxed and ready. But when the interviewer shifted toward personal topics, body language of Downey changed.
A little bit about you, and I don't know how comfortable you are, you know, talking about yourself at the moment.
He stayed calm, but gave short answers that hinted at discomfort.
You have as much time as anyone else will.
Downey stopped him and asked what was even going on here.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
He stood up and ended it right there, leaving the host stunned and speechless.
I'm sorry.
Keith Allen explodes on Late Night Panel. It all starts with Keith Allen already angry. He leans in toward the woman by the table, looking furious.
Ideas are the most important things in the world. If you can apply ideas...
He shouted in disbelief, upset over how the show was being framed.
Character, it doesn't matter what situation they're in. It's the ideas are the important thing.
Keith called the whole setup fake and said it was all just bad comedy.
What they're saying. It's all this shit about... Of course you don't see men up north wandering about in...
He kept repeating himself, louder each time, while everyone else just froze.
You know, leather underpants. Of course you don't. I do. But what I've got with those characters...
But that was not it. He turned back and let loose all over again.
This is all wrong, your angle on this. It's totally wrong. Because every time I've been in a restaurant with 8 people...
He called out everyone in the room, said he was done, and threatened to leave.
Hang on a minute, you're all wrong here. I said, there's no one doing that.
But we're in a television studio.
Sod the...
Before walking away, he made one last harsh remark and told them off completely.
You haven't got a chip on this, so you've got That's a joke.
The world of celebrities is filled with drama, and these moments prove that. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments.